So contestants, you are welcome to the second battle of the day. We would like you to test your microphones. You will tell us your name and then your dream career, what you want to be in the future and why. So that's how we are testing our mics. So turn on your mic. We'll start with Corpus Christi.
My name is Amira Isifu, and I want to be a lawyer because I want to help defend people and help them get the justice they deserve.
Let's welcome a justice woman in the house. So you're welcome. And she will be assisted by...
My name is Queenie Kolamte, and I want to be a doctor because I want to find the cure to many incurable diseases.
Let's welcome a doctor in the house. So Corpus Christi, you are welcome. Angela School will be represented by...
My name is Joseph Amankwa, and I would like to be a robotics cardiosurgeon. This is because I want to help close the technology deficits in our health sector.
A robotics cardiosurgeon. I've never heard that one. And because you want to bridge the tech gap in medicine. This is powerful. Let's welcome him. And then he'll be assisted by...
Ekiadam comes from side, and I would like to be a pediatrician because I want to reduce the child mortality rate in the world.
I see. Let's welcome the pediatrician. So Angela, you are welcome. And St. Joseph School from FISA, the defending champions of Greater Accra regional battles, you are welcome. And they are represented by...
My name is Christopher Ajibolo, and I want to be an engineer to help in the development of this nation.
An engineer. Let's welcome the engineer. And then he will be assisted by...
My name is Anoba Kofi Edward. I also want to become an engineer to help in the development
Speak up.
of this nation. My name is Anoba Kofi Edward. I also want to become an engineer to help in the development of the country.
So you are presenting two engineers. Let's welcome them with a rousing round of applause. So for our audience, St. Joseph School, all the way from FISA, last 2 years, conquered 12 other regional finalist schools and took away the trophy. Will they repeat the same feat? Time will tell. So you are welcome. So contestants, we'll be having 3 rounds. Anytime, no, you just turn off your mic if you don't want the opponent to hear you. You can turn it off anytime you are having a private discussion. We'll have 3 rounds in this battle. The first round is the science spectrum. The second round is the math wheel. The third round, the adrenaline cocktail round. In the first round, we will have 2 halves, and we will begin with a short science experiment on a concept you all are expected to know at this level. And then we will proceed with quick science, where questions will revolve around biology, chemistry, physics, and application in everyday life. Contestants, our hot lab exercise for this morning is also related to density. So in the prelims, we are focusing on density. In the grand finale, we will do an interesting chemical reaction. I would like you to confirm if you have the following. Corpus Christi. Then we can... So, Angela, Corpus Christi, St. Joseph, if you want to turn off your mic, you press the button. There's a button in front of you. You press and hold until the light goes off. Then if you want it back on, you do the same. So, Corpus Christi, confirm if you have the following. 2 empty beakers. 2 boiled eggs. Table salt, quite crystalline substance, the table salt. And then a spatula, looks like a small spoon. And then you have sachet water, 2 sachet water, right? Angela, you have 2 sachets of water, you have 2 beakers, you have a spatula, and then a sample of table salt. St. Joseph, you have 2 sachets of water. Then you have 2 empty beakers. So, Angela, you have 2 boiled eggs. Great. You have 2 boiled eggs, St. Joseph. And then you have, so you have a spatula, I can see that, and table salt. Great. So let me read the preamble and then we'll begin. So kindly turn the sheet over. The density of substances can be affected by presence of other substances that may be present as impurities. In today's experiment, we'll investigate how the density of water changes when another substance is added to it. Very simple. This is very, very, very simple. So in 5 minutes, if you follow the instructions carefully, you will make some simple observations, you record them, then you are required to explain, and you give your explanations. Any question from contestants? So good luck, Godspeed, start work. Deducted from the score of Corpus Christi because they didn't prepare the brine solution properly. So they noticed that as the egg floated in the solution, it eventually sank. It shouldn't sink because if you prepare brine, that's why we give a precaution, add as much of the salt as possible. So for them, it floated and eventually it started sinking. And that affected the observation. So they had 9.5 out of 10. Let's clap for them. The other 2 schools, on the other hand, observed all observations, made the right conclusions, and that gives them 10 out of 10. Let's clap for them. So contestants, we are in the next half of the round. We will do short answers and then long calculations and short calculations and explanations. You have 30 seconds for all problems that involve calculation, 15 for problems that do not, and you have 15 for all explanations and 10 seconds for short answer calculations. 5 points if the answer is given on the first attempt. 4 points if the answer is given after one other school had attempted and failed. And then 3 points if 2 other schools attempted before you and failed. There will be no point deductions in this half of the round. Good luck and Godspeed to you all. So the first statement, biology explanation to all schools, and you use your bells to draw our attention for opportunity to answer for maximum points. Biology explanation. Explain why children are more likely to wet their beds on a cold St. Joseph Fise.
Children are likely to wet their beds on a cold weather than on a sunny weather because during the cold weather we sweat less And then the organ that is responsible for removing of excess water from the body is the kidney. And then it does that by increasing the production of urine. And then since children cannot control themselves, they end up bedwetting.
We will accept that answer for 5 points. Let's give it up for them. Chemistry reaction. 30 seconds. One method of preparation of salts in the lab is to dissolve a metal in a strong acid solution. A student attempted preparing a salt by dissolving aluminium metal in concentrated tetraoxosulfate 6 acid. Write a balanced chemical equation for the process. Angela.
2Al plus H2SO4 going to Al2 open bracket SO4 close bracket subscript 3 plus H2
plus what?
plus H2
Plus H2. Read over again. Go over. Take your time. Repeat it.
2Al plus H2SO4 going to Al2 open bracket SO4 close bracket subscript 3 plus H2.
That is incorrect. Joseph.
2Al plus H2SO4 maps to Al2 bracket open SO4 bracket close 3 plus H2O.
That is incorrect. Corpus Christi.
2Al plus HSO4 will give you Al2 brackets open SO4 brackets close 3 plus H2O.
Plus 2Al plus what? Read there.
2Al
Plus
HSO4.
That is incorrect. That is incorrect. So there are no point deductions. So it's 2. You are having the product is where the problem is. It's Al2 SO4 3 as you are given. But then that will make SO4 3, right? So if you make the SO4 3 and you write H2SO4, that will be wrong. So it will be 3 H2SO4 and then we'll get 3 H2 gas. That's the only thing you are all missing. The next statement. Biology short answer. A septum may occur as a dividing wall in the heart that helps to prevent oxygenated blood from mixing with deoxygenated blood. What medical condition arises from a hole in the septum? I heard Anchiles Bell first. So you see, contestants, hold on. So it means you are not following the instructions and all the demonstrations we've done. When you press, don't take your hands off until you are called. I heard Anchiles Bell. Press your bell again. So, So give.
Hole in heart.
Hole in heart is correct for 5 points. The next statement. Physics calculation. A man is trapped in a room, and that's 30 seconds. A man is trapped in a room of floor dimensions 50 meters by 50 meters with a height of 100 meters. If an average adult inhales about 450 liters of air every 1 hour, estimate with your calculation how long it will take for the air in the room to run out. Corpus Christi.
600 hours.
That is incorrect. So time up is 555 hours. The next statement. One household, so this is biology explanation, 15 seconds. One household practice is to wash bleeding wounds with brine. Explain how bacterial infections are prevented. Angela.
The brine will dehydrate the wound, thereby creating a condition in which the bacteria will not be.
That is correct for 5 points. The next statement. Chemistry short answer. Chemistry explanation, 15 seconds. Elements in the same group of the periodic table have the same number of electrons in their valence shells. How many electrons will an atom of an element with atomic number 20 accept in a chemical reaction, and why? Your conclusion. St. Joseph.
An element with atomic number 20 will accept 2 electrons in a chemical reaction. Because
That is incorrect. Angela.
An element with atomic number 20 will rather give away 2 electrons.
That is what we want to hear. 4 points. So, it will rather give away, okay? It would accept. And this question is a trick question we've sent around. We always catch the students. So it will rather give away for 4 points. The next statement. Physics calculation. Ghana's top Olympic athlete, Benjamin Azamati, was able to run the 100-meter dash in a record time of 9.8 seconds. Calculate his speed.
10.2 meters per second.
Saint Joseph.
10.2 meters per second.
That is correct for 5 points. The next statement. Global warming is the general increase of temperature of the Earth's atmosphere caused by what is known as greenhouse effect. It is also known to be caused by, so this is where I'll caution you. I'll take answers and I will deduct if we're deducting. Let the statement finish, because none of you will give any sensible answer if I stop. So let me end. It is also known to be caused by the burning of fossil fuels and decay of organic matter. Explain how decay of organic matter contributes to global warming. St. Joseph.
when organic matter is decayed, the carbon content and methane in them is released into the soil. Therefore,
Speak into the mic.
When organic matter are decayed, the carbon content in their fossils are carbon and methane content in their fossils are released.
The carbon and what? You are saying words we can't
methane,
hear. Carbon
and methane
Okay, continue.
present in their fossils are released into the atmosphere, therefore causing the greenhouse effect.
We'll listen to. Okay, we heard a bell. We'll come back to you. Angela.
When organisms decay, they emit carbon and methane gases, and these gases, when sent into the atmosphere, they form part of the heat-trapping gases, which trap heat and then also, in turn, warm the world.
So we'll give it to St. Joseph. Let's give it up for them. So what, basically, they are saying the same thing. So when organic matter decays, it liberates. Organic matter, they are usually hydrocarbons. They contain carbon and hydrogen. And they liberate methane. And it's methane that rises up, traps heat, and warms the air. So that is correct. The last statement this round, 5 points. The last statement this round will allow. Chemistry short answer. Slaked lime is a common lab chemical compound obtained by dissolving limestone in water. What is the chemical formula of slaked lime? Angela.
Ca open brackets OH close bracket subscript 2.
That is correct for 5 points. And on this note, we bring the first round to an end. Let's give them all a rousing round of applause. Teachers, 60 seconds. You have 60 seconds. Interact with the contestant. Corpus Christi would like to effect a change. Benita Nyante, come up, and she's replacing Nicole. Let's give up for them a round of applause as they take their seat. So I believe they are the only school effecting a change. The others will want to use the opportunity at the end of the second round. So contestants, if you receive the problem sheets given to you, do not turn over until you are told to do so. So at the end of the first round, Corpus Christi has 9.5 points. Let's clap for them. St. Joseph has 25 points. Let's clap for them. And Angela has 29 points. So contestants, we are in the second round. All questions in this round involve one form of calculation or the other. We will have two halves of the round. The first half, we will engage in what we call the quick math, where we'll do long calculations, short calculations. And then the second half, we'll give you 2 minutes to solve a math problem or use math to solve an everyday problem. Okay? Corpus Christi.
I wanted to ask for a pen or pencil.
So the teachers, Corpus Christi, please give your contestant right. Why we don't give pens, and we were doing that but we don't, is that it came to a point where people rejected them because they have their lucky pens. And they come, and if they are unable to solve problems, they blame the quiz for giving them, or we have jinxed their pen and they couldn't do. So everybody will come with his pen. All right, but you have a writing sheet. Excellent. So contestants, 30 seconds for all questions that involve long calculations. 10 seconds for all that involve short calculations. Please note, teachers, contestants, a penalty of -1 for all incorrect answers. Good luck and Godspeed to you. 5 points if the answer is delivered on the first attempt, 4 if one school attempted and failed, and 3 points if the answer came after 2 schools have attempted and failed. The first statement: how many weeks are there in 7.5 years? 10 seconds. How many weeks are there in 7.5 years? Angela.
390 weeks.
And that is correct for 5 points. The next statement. Long calculation, 30 seconds. Joshua rides 7.6 kilometers on his bicycle on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So note the days, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. The rest of the days of the week are spent running for 4.1 kilometers. How many kilometers does he run in a total of 4 weeks?
31 kilometers.
Corpus Christi.
31 kilometers.
That is incorrect. Angela.
176.8.
That is incorrect. So time up. It's 39.2. So we would, our consultants are live, they are watching. We'll verify and get back. But the deductions will hold. So give them the point deductions. The next statement. What is the fifth term of the sequence that follows? What is the fifth term? 5120 is the first. The second term, 1280. The next term, 320. We want the fifth term. 30 seconds. Ella.
1.25.
That is incorrect. Corpus Christi.
40.
That is incorrect. Time up is 20. It's 20. The next statement. The area of a circular track is 154 meters squared. What is the perimeter of its quadrant? Angela.
25 centimeters.
That is incorrect. Corpus Christi.
28 centimeters.
That is incorrect. Time up. It's 11 meters. The next statement. The next statement. In a city bookstore, 60% of the books are science books, and the rest are non-science books. There are 500 more science books than non-science books. If the average cost of a non-science book is 6 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos, what will be the value in Ghana cedis of the non-science books in the store? 30 seconds. St. Joseph. Oh, Corpus Christi.
26 Ghana cedis.
That is incorrect.
I don't think I'm going to try them too long. I actually feel like 40 is
So time up is 6,500 Ghana cedis.
I think I've tried it.
Oh, you said what? 20?
This one, you said 10.
I guess
26 Ghana cedis.
26 Ghana cedis.
Hold on.
26. No, read it. 20. Mention the answer. 26.
26 Ghana cedis.
Okay. The next statement. In a school of 210 students, 105 of them can speak only English. 70 can speak English and one other local language. And the rest can speak English and more than one local language. What is the probability that a student who can speak English and more than one local language is chosen at random at a school function? 30 seconds.
Two on three.
That is incorrect.
But if because I don't try, but the one you left enough mind, they don't understand. So if
Corpus Christi.
1/6.
That is correct for 4 points. The next statement. The base of a right angle triangle is two more than the height. The base of a right angle triangle is 2 more than the height. If this triangle has the same area as a rectangle with dimensions 3 centimeters by 8 centimeters, if this triangle has the same area as a rectangle with dimensions 3 centimeters by 8 centimeters, what is the perimeter of the triangle? Time up is 24 centimeters. The last statement the round will allow. Find the difference of the smallest and largest perfect square between 10 and 94. The difference between the smallest and the largest perfect square between 10 and 94. 30 seconds. Angela.
77.
That is incorrect.
65.
That is correct. But for 4 points. And with that, we come to the end of the first half. Turn over the sheets in front of you. So contestants, the problem before you, please project on the screen for the audience. A train. So make sure we are reading from the same page. A train is traveling from a town P to another town Q. Usually it stops in a town T for 20 minutes for some passengers to alight and others to get on board. Find the total time taken in hours from traveling from P to Q. Corpus Christi. A. If it traveled a distance of 140 kilometers at an average speed of 75 kilometers per hour from P to T, from town P to T, and traveled a distance of 125 kilometers at an average speed of 80 kilometers per hour from town T to Q. That's Corpus Christi. Focus on only that. Angela. If it traveled a distance of 145 kilometers at an average speed of 80 kilometers per hour from P to T, and traveled a distance of 120 kilometers at an average speed of 75 kilometers per hour from T to Q. St. Joseph, focus on only C. If it traveled a distance of 130 kilometers at an average speed of 75 kilometers per hour from P to town T, and traveled a distance of 125 kilometers at an average speed of 80 kilometers from T to Q. So focus on only the part given to you. Start work. Please go and encourage them now. 60 seconds. We've gone through your exercise. Now, St. Joseph, unfortunately, failed to, I don't know why. So you failed to work with formula. Speed is distance traveled over time. So time will be distance, will be the speed. Time will be distance over the speed. So you need to calculate his time for when he used the train, and then his time for the other occasion. Then you add the two. But St. Joseph decided to add everything up, and even no formula, so we can't give you a single point. Please, all the same, let's clap for them. They attempted it. Angela and Corpus Christi really have some very good mathematicians. Let's clap for them. 10 out of 10. So that brings us to the end of the second round. At the end of the second round, we'll take the certified score. So at the end of the second round, St. Joseph lost 1 point, but let's clap for them. Angela accumulated 11 points, and Corpus Christi accumulated 14 points. Now, Our attention has been drawn to some questions, and we ourselves were verifying them. And from what I have just received from our consultant online, for every contest, we have one per each of the subject areas online, watching and also communicating with us. So question 7, what is the 5th term of the sequence 5120, 1280, 320, etc.? The 5th term is still 20. The answer still holds. It's 20. So it's been verified. Question 8. The area of a circular track is 154 meters squared. What is the perimeter of its quadrant? It's still 11 meters. And I'm advised to tell you that he said a quadrant. Quadrant. So you divide the circle into 4. We have a quadrant. The area was given for the whole circle. So the area will be calculated by dividing the total area of the track into 4. And from that, you can work the circumference and divide the circumference also to 4. That will give you the curved portion. Then, with the perimeter, you find the radius. So you find the radii, the two radii, the radius, you multiply by 2. You add it to the circumference, you will get it. So the teachers who are having any difficulty, kindly do the calculation exactly as we have explained. And if you have another answer for this particular quiz, we would take it and look at it again. So this is an exception here. We have corrected, we are holding on to our answers, but do the calculations again. We would look at it before the final round. He would do the honors. He will explain it to the teacher in question, and then we'll continue. Then the last question, the cost of a book was 6 CD, 50 pesos. So the total will be 6,500 as was expected. So contestants, we are in the final round, which is the category round. This round is the adrenaline round, or what we call the cocktail adrenaline, because we have a cocktail of problems to solve. Some are related to STEM riddles, some are true or false statements, some are tech related, we call them tech bites, and then we have one black scientist featured in every final battle, in every final round. So you determine the order in which the problems will be solved. So if you pick a category, you have picked for all other schools. Take note, the tech bites, black scientists, STEM riddles are tossed up, and you use your bells to compete for opportunity to answer. But then the true or false statements, once you choose that, you will receive individual true or false statements. So at this point, the school that is behind in terms of total score will start the round for us. So the total score, Corpus Christi is behind. And Corpus Christi, the first category.
True or false?
So they have activated true or false, and they've chosen for all. You will take individual true or false statements. You think very carefully before giving an answer. I'll start with Corpus Christi. Friction is known to oppose motion between surfaces in contact. Friction, therefore, will wear off materials. True or false?
True.
That is correct for 5 points. Angela, your statement. Friction is known to oppose motion between surfaces in contact. Friction, therefore, will generate heat in the process.
True.
That is correct for 5 points. St. Joseph, friction is known to oppose motion between surfaces in contact. Friction, therefore, can increase the speed of moving bodies.
False. False.
It's false. That is correct for 5 points. Corpus Christi, your statement. We are back to you. So the next category. Should we continue true or false? Come to riddles, STEM.
True or false?
True or false? The next statement. And this will be the last set of true or false statements. Blotting an ink with a blotting paper is an application of capillarity. True or false?
True.
That is correct for 5 points. Angela, sticking of water droplets on the surface of a glass tube is an example of capillarity in action. True or false?
False.
That is correct for 5 points. St. Joseph, prevention of water from passing through the tiny holes in an umbrella is an example of capillarity in action. True or false?
False.
That is correct for 5 points. Corpus Christi, we are back to you again.
Riddles.
Riddles. We take our first riddle. And it's to all schools. I am a dimensionless mechanical related physical quantity.
Efficiency.
That is incorrect. I relate to the force that opposes motion between surfaces in contact. My name suggests I'm a partner of the force which reduces motion, which opposes motion between surfaces in contact. I am usually a whole number. Who am I? So time up is coefficient of friction. The next statement. Coefficient of friction. The next statement. So, okay, so Corpus Christi. No, St. Joseph gave an answer and had it wrong, so you choose the next category.
Riddles.
We should stay with the riddles. All right. I am an enemy of both humans and livestock. I have the tendency to stay exactly in St. Joseph.
Ectoparasite.
That is incorrect. I have the tendency to stay exactly inside what I eat.
Endoparasite.
That is incorrect. I remain attached to the intestines, or else I will lose my privileges. Angela, speak up.
Ascaris.
That is incorrect. It's correct. The last clue would have helped you. I cause abdominal pain, and though I don't measure anything, my name suggests I am capable of that. The tapeworm. The tapeworm. So, St. Joseph,
Riddles.
the next category.
Riddles. Riddles.
Did you answer this riddle? You answered this riddle and you had it wrong. So the next category, riddle. We should stay with the riddles. The next statement. I am a binder in construction. I am seldom used alone because I exist to hold other components together. I am made up of inorganic compounds, usually lime or calcium silicate. I hold sand and stones together in St. Joseph.
Cement.
Cement is correct for 3 points. St. Joseph, the next category.
Riddles.
So we'll take the next riddle. I am a common piece of lab glassware. I consist of a finger-like length of glass or clear plastic tubing. When I'm fitted with a stopper, I can be used temporarily to store chemical compounds or samples. I am usually used in chemistry to test small amounts of chemicals. St. Joseph.
Test tube.
Test tube. So that is the last riddle. We have Tech Bites, the black scientist.
Tech bites.
Tech Bites it is. Yeah, 3 points. They answered both on the last clue. So 3 in all cases. This is to all schools. To create your own code in Scratch, what code block category do you use? To create your own code in Scratch, what code block category do you use? So time up. You use my blocks. That's the name of the code. My blocks. The next statement. In word processing, an incorrectly spelled word can be found and corrected and replaced easily with which keyboard combination? Angela.
F7.
That is incorrect.
CTR plus H.
CTR plus.
H.
That is correct for 4 points. The next. So you are in control. The next category.
Please, what are our options?
Black scientist, Tech Bites.
Tech Bites.
Tech Bites. The next statement. In typing on the QWERTY keyboard, which finger is used for typing the letter caps B? The letter B. Sorry, the letter B. Corpus Christi.
Left index finger.
That is correct for 5 points. The last statement the round will allow. We have one more Tech Bite and we have black scientist. Which category?
Black scientist.
So they have called on the black scientist of the day. Which African American scientist? Okay, no, let's come to that. Which Ghanaian female scientist was the first to work on a tissue culture for replacement of bones and is the head of the first female head of the biomedical engineering department of the University of Ghana?
Dr. Elsie Kaufman.
That is correct for 5 points. And with that, we come to the end of this battle. Let's give it up for them all. They've done so well. I didn't see the clues. I just took it from mine. But this one. All right. So before we take the final score, we'll make a correction in the various corrections that were coming up. So question 7. Perimeter of a quadrant of the circle, given an area of 154 meters squared. The total perimeter will be 25 centimeters. And so would admit the answer of Angela. But then they did the first attempt It was not the first attempt. Who answered before you? No, you were not the, were you the first to give the answer of the perimeter? Which other school answered that problem? The perimeter of the circle. A school gave 28. So cancel the point deduction to Corpus Christi. Please, are we getting it? And then, did you answer? So they didn't answer. So you cancel the point deduction, then you give the 5 points to Angela. All right, thank you. So at the end of the entire battle, we'll take the final score. St. Joseph Fise has 14 points. Angela and Corpus Christi were tied at 19 points each. Let's clap for them. So at the end of the entire battle, the total score, in third place with 38 points is the former regional champion, St. Joseph. Let's clap for them. They have done well. In second place with 42.5 points is the new entrant school, which is participating for the first time. Angela, that's Corpus Christi Junior High. Let's clap for them. And now, in first place, qualifying to the final battle to try out for regional champions will be Angela JHS. Let's clap for them. So, contestants, you have done very well. St. Joseph, Corpus Christi, well done. You really contested keenly. However, only one school progresses. We'll say, Angela, congrats to you. See you in the final contest of the day. So let's welcome them off stage with a rousing round of applause. They've discharged themselves very well.